So I want to lay out for you how our business coaching program is laid out and how it works to get you the results. Think about it this way. There are three layers to the program. The first layer is the strategic layer. This is where we're working with you to make sure you have a clear written plan of action every quarter that spells out the top three strategic focuses for your business. Matter of fact, we'll help you write that down into a one-page proprietary format. For years, we've struggled with how do you summarize that in a very succinct way. You know, way back when, years ago, it used to be a 3-page or a 20-page plan. Nowadays, we've brought it down to just one page. It lays out the three focuses, the criteria for success for each, the action steps and milestones, and who does what by when. So you can have it in one place on one page to communicate with your team and for you to be checking in on a weekly basis to make sure you're accomplishing the deliverables that will take you where you want to go. So in the program, we actually get together every quarter in person to map out the next quarter and then to put that into a written plan of action. The second layer of the program is what we call the execution layer. So now that you've got the strategy, you've got the written plan of action, now you've got to put it into practice, doing the steps to get the results that you want. So this is where we work with you weekly and bi-weekly to make sure that you're actually doing the things that will get you the results that you want. You'll work with your Maui coach every 2 weeks, one-to-one for a private coaching session. Every 2 weeks, you'll be doing an accountability check-in online through the client website. It only takes you 5 or 10 minutes, but it layers in another layer of accountability. Plus, it also makes sure that your coach is always up to speed on what your business is working on and how it's doing in its focus areas and the action steps. It lays out what are the key victories that you've had, the business updates that are important, the challenges that you're dealing with in the company, so that when you're with your coach for your coaching sessions, they've already reviewed that. They know exactly what's going on in your business, and you can maximize your time together. This also includes to make sure that you have feedback as you go through to troubleshoot problems that come up. So every week there are what we call Q&A opportunities available. These are times that you can get on with 2 or 3 other business owners to maybe as many as 10 or 12 other of your peers with one of the Maui coaches who rotate through to bring up a challenge or a situation or an opportunity that you want feedback on by your peers and by the Maui coaching team. You use these as needed, and we make sure to keep these sessions small. If we ever have too many people on the sessions, we just increase the frequency to control the numbers to make sure it's a small group. And if you've got a question, you bring it to here and you get an answer right away. In addition to this, obviously, are the online discussion forums that clients use to get feedback from their peers and from the coaching team and the advisor network. I'll put out is by doing it this way, you have both the execution, making sure that you never wander off course for too far before your coach can pull you back on track, plus it simplifies it so that you never have to worry about what you're doing a year from now. It's what do I need to focus on this quarter and this 2-week block in my business? What do I need to accomplish to do that, to make sure that I'm on pace to hit my milestones and markers to be building the company that I want? And then the third layer of the program is the critical one. This is the one that so many business owners forget to even deal with. This is the business development layer. This is the structure, we call it the level 3 roadmap. The structured process will take you with hand in hand to build out the systems, the team, and the controls that you need so that you truly are building a business, not just a job. How do you make sure that as you do these activities to, for example, you're doing things to generate more leads or have better conversion or better operational systems in there, that you're doing it in a way that you're taking 10 or 15% extra energy to systematize what you're doing, to build out so that the knowledge for how to do what you're doing is owned by the business itself. We'll get together every month with you and a small group of mastermind that we'll match you up with your business owner peers in non-competitive businesses. And we'll lead you through a structured 1-hour mastermind group to make sure that every month we introduce you to a new tool or to a new system or to a new filter by which to see your company so that every month you're making progress building out your business as a business. So when you look back 6 months, 12 months, 36 months later, you think, wow, I've accomplished so much. It's not that the business has done better, but the business has the infrastructure now in place that it can sustain the growth that I've been able to generate through the program. In addition, we get together every quarter for an advanced business owner training. These 2-day trainings are held at various hub airport cities around the United States. For example, it might be near Disneyland in Irvine, California, or in Denver, Colorado. And we focus on a particular topic. Topics of how do you manage cash flow, to how do you increase sales, to how do you build out your systems and controls. Saturday, Sunday workshop for business owners, half day on Monday at the same place, the same location, the strategic planning session to map out the next quarter. It's the same process. And by stepping out of your business, out of your ordinary environment, to be there with your peers, it's amazing what kind of breakthroughs happen for business owners about that. And the relationships that get established that you can reach out to literally, and people will come to your aid to help you when you've got a business challenge, to share resources of different things that they've found have been helpful, vendors that have worked, and across industries to take best practices from one and translate to another. It's amazing what happens with that. Because we know travel is not always possible, we actually do privately webcast those sessions as well. So if you can't be there in person, you can do it remotely, although it's always to your benefit if you're there in person. Plus, we really encourage you to bring your staff with you. There's no extra tuition fee to bring staff or other team members, provided we have the space. Oftentimes there will be a nominal materials fee, but it'll be a very little amount compared and relative to the value that you have by letting us train your staff to help you build a level 3 business. So that's how the program works. Again, summary, every quarter we make sure that together we get together to map out in a written version of a one-page business plan for you for the coming quarter, laying out your key focuses for that quarter, and we limit you to 3 so that you stay very focused. Then over the next 90 days, we work with you in the execution layer to make sure you're doing your plan to get the results that you want. You know, weekly Q&A sessions that you use as you need to, bi-weekly one-to-one coaching sessions, bi-weekly accountability check-ins. Then the business development layer says, how do we make sure that along the way we take a little bit of extra energy so that every month you're making tangible, concrete progress to be building out the systems, the team, and controls that you need so that at the end of a year, at the end of 3 years, you truly do have a business versus just owning a job.